Okay, so this time we are going to discuss about arrest. So, what is an arrest? Arrest is simply the process of taking a suspect before the custody of the law. So, ano ibig sabihin nito? Pagdadala or pagkuha ng isang suspect or taong na hinihilalaang gumawa ng kasalanan o ng krimen at dadalhin mo doon sa korte upang sa gayon noon ay magkakaroon ng jurisdiksyon ang korte nalitisin ang kaso ng taong ito. Okay, so that the court may acquire jurisdiction over the person of that particular suspect. Okay, now what is the process of arresting? So before na mag-aaresto ka ng isang tao, of course, there must be a complaint filed, a criminal complaint being filed. Okay, so hindi ka naman basta-basta pwedeng arestuhin mo na lang si Pedro kung nakita mo si Pedro na walang dahilan. But there are cases wherein a person or a law officer especially can directly arrest a particular person even if there is no complaint being filed in the court. When is that? In cases of what we call in flagrante delicto. Okay, it's a Spanish term wherein you can translate it in English as caught on the act. If a police officer or a law enforcer caught a person on the act of committing a crime, then that's the time that he can immediately arrest a person without applying for arrest warrant or without filing for arrest warrant or even if there is no complaint filed against that particular person in flagrante delicto. However, in ordinary cases or regular cases, I should say, okay, na kung saan ang arrest na tinatawag ay sinasagawa, of course, there are processes to be followed. First, of course, you must have what we call as pre-arrest investigation. Ang ibig sabihin nito, bago ka magsagawa ng isang pag-aaresto, kailangan meron kang investigasyon na isinagawa upang sa ganoon ay makita mo kung meron nga talagang possibility that this particular suspect na inilagay doon sa complaint ay may ginawang kasalanan. Dito na pumapasok yung tinatawag nating series of surveillance. Magsosurvey ka, mag-iimbestiga ka, magtatanong-tanong ka sa whereabouts ng taong ito. Ano ba ang ginagawa nito? Sino-sino yung mga kinakasama ng taong ito? Until you can establish evidences that could prove that there is a possibility that this particular suspect really had committed the crime. Okay? And then yung mga reports na yon, investigative reports mo na yon, isasubmit mo ngayon sa korte. Now, those investigation reports together with the complaint filed, okay, the information or the complaint being filed before the court will be the basis now of the judge to determine the probable cause. That's the next step. Okay? Determination of probable cause. It is not for a police officer to determine the probable cause of a case, but it is left on the hands of the judge. It is only during in flagrante delicto that a police officer or a law enforcer can determine the probable cause or is allowed to determine the probable cause. Okay? Doon lang, kapag caught on the act ang tao na gumagawa ng krimen, doon lang pumapasok yung sinasabi natin na yung police officer can establish the probable cause exists. Okay? The probable cause exists. Pero kung hindi naman caught in the act, what the police officer should do is only to conduct the series of investigation and submit it before the court and let the court decide that there is really an existence of probable cause that this particular suspect had done or committed the crime, and that is the time that the judge will issue now an arrest warrant. Okay? Same as true with search warrant. Kailangan ipakita ng nag-investigasyon at saka ng information filed in the court that the judge may be convinced to issue an arrest warrant because there is a probable cause that that suspect really had committed the crime. So you have to establish an unfounded belief. Okay? A well-founded, I should say, well-founded belief that that suspect really committed the crime. So, strong. If you say well-founded, it's very strong. Okay? Yung basehan, yung mga circumstances na nagsasabing yung tao na yon ginawa talaga niya yung kasalanan or yung krimen na sinasabi. That's the only time that when the arrest warrant is being issued to the police officer, the police officer now will have to execute that particular arrest warrant. He should go to that particular location described in the arrest warrant and look for the person identified in that arrest warrant. Kailangan ma-identify doon nakalagay sa arrest warrant yung particularities or identity of the particular person to be arrested. Specific dapat yon. Kung meron siyang tattoo, nakalagay dapat doon. In order for us to avoid mistaken identity sa pag-aresto. Okay? But of course, in actual, sa mga pulis, pag nakuha na nila yung arrest warrant, gumagawa yan ng police briefing. Yung tinatawag doon, nagpa-planning sila, paano natin isasagawa ang aresto, saan, anong oras, ano yung mga pre-arranged signals natin para makuha natin, matimbog natin itong suspect na ito. So there is a police briefing before they are going to serve the arrest warrant. Now, if they're going now to serve the arrest warrant, in the service of the arrest warrant, it should be served to that person, personally. Okay? Yun yung talagang ideal, doon mismo sa taong aarestuhin. And theoretically or by the book, by the rules, by the law, you have to read the Miranda rights of that particular suspect before you arrest him, before you handcuff him. Okay? However, in actual cases, pag pupunta ka, ikaw ang police officers, pupunta ka doon sa bahay ng suspect, isa-serve mo yung warrant niya, nakita mo may baril siya. Bakit? Babasahan mo pa ba siya ng arrest warrant bago mo siya pusasan? Of course, your safety should also be first in mind. I-handcuff mo muna siya, and then while doing that, or after that, you have to read his case and his Miranda rights. Okay? If you can determine that he is armed and dangerous, well, you should be wise enough to think that all criminals are dangerous. Kaya nga siya inaaresto dahil siya ay salot sa lipunan na sinasabi nila o pwedeng makagawa ng kasalanan sa lipunan. But for purposes, of course, of your studies, the proper way is to read first the Miranda rights of the suspect and read to him or inform him about the case that he is facing before you're going to handcuff him and bring him to the custody of the court. Well, actual, dadalhin mo hindi siya sa korte kundi doon sa selda, diba? And then just submitted for you return. You have to return the arrest warrant to the court stating that you have already served the warrant successfully. Then that's the time that a setting for the arraignment and the court process will now proceed. Okay, so those are the basic information about arrest. I hope you get something about it. It's not perfect. It's not the ideal one. There are others that your teachers may discuss to you, but this is the basic one. Okay, thank you very much for listening. Please do like and share.